I am Vinc Vincolo d'Amore, which means band of love, the ideal name given to me by Chiara. I am a volunteer of God. I was the presiding judge of the Municipal Circuit Trial Court of Silang Amadeo, Cavite for 13 years. After my retirement, several years ago, an invitation to join the prison ministry of the parish was extended to the community of the Cittadella Pace, Pope, Poppy, volunteers, Gentoo, and some adherents immediately responded to the call to be the first one to love the least of our neighbors, understandably to love them just as Jesus who first loved us. Despite of our shortcoming, we held a monthly Word of Life meeting. We hold monthly Word of Life meetings with the Persons Deprived of Liberty, PDL, at the City Jail of Tagaytay City. We collected goods that would serve them their needs. We also celebrated Christmas parties with them by playing games, singing, and gift giving. We also involved them in our own activities, such as the Post-Gen Fest, in which they shared their experiences. I feel that mutual love is when we listen to them, to their problems and sufferings, as we also share our own problems and difficult experiences. During the pandemic, we continued holding the Word of Life via Zoom. We all look forward to this virtual encounter with Jesus in our midst at a distance, because face-to-face visit is not allowed. This way, I was just there to listen to their problems and difficulties. I see the faces of Jesus in them because most of them are still waiting for the hearing of their cases, as no decision has yet been made. Recently, Attorney Francis Reyes, a volunteer, and I conducted a free legal consultation with the PDL. With Jesus in our midst at a distance, prepared for this project, bearing in mind the welfare and situation of the inmates who have been languishing in jail for several years, some even longer than the prescribed period imposed by the crime charge. We also mutually agreed on the mechanics to be followed in order to find possible remedies for them in accordance with law and justice. As for me, I place myself in the shoes of the PDL, with whom I am consulting. As for me, I put myself in the shoes of the PDL with whom I am consulting. I give them equal attention to each cases, whether it is murder, rape, homicide. I do not make any distinction as to the gravity of the crime charge. I could feel the suffering that he or she expressed as my own. I pray to the Holy Spirit to guide me in finding remedies or solution for them. Afterwards, I could see the joy and hope in their eyes as I felt it in my own heart. I hope one day justice and equity will serve. In the meantime, it is the joy and hope of living the word of the gospel in the Word of Life meetings that we conducted with them. Truly, it is the gospel lived that gives the source of joy. Very much for listening to my experience. Okay, thank you very much.